All right, YouTube, TikTok, welcome back to another trade recap here. Today we made $2,020 and I'm going to show you how I got to this. All right, so let's pretty much get into it. All right, so first thing we do here, we come and mark out the times, 2 a.m., 5 a.m., and 8:30 a.m. here. So market opens. All right, so first draws and liquidity were here to the upside. This is where we're going to target here. My first take profit was right here. Obviously, now we're going to mark out London low and we're going to mark out London high. And then we got pre-market here. So we stopped London low liquidity. So I knew that today was going to be a break to the upside since we broke it via pre-market. And then to even further that thought, as soon as market opened, we pretty much just wicked down and pretty much took out my London low liquidity. So I already know today was already longs. Okay, so then I'm just waiting for I think I was actually waiting for like I like to look for um, at least three candles coming into my direction. So my confluences that were going into this trade were a break of structure, a sweep of liquidity, and then pretty much just candles going into the direction that I actually want to take the trade in here. So and do we? Oh, I forgot to do that as well. Um, so yeah, basically confluences were sweep of liquidity, break of structure to the upside, and did we inverse? No, I don't think we inversed any gaps. So just pretty much sweep of liquidity and then a break structure to the upside. So two confluences that were hit there, and then to even further that thought, I accidentally almost like shorted this trade. Not shorted, but closed the trade out early. It almost hit my my first take profit there, but we were leaving class, so I had to close out my trade early. So I mean, that's just the thing with trading in class. I mean, we were so close to hitting my take profit, but I had to leave to go to the next period, and yeah, I had to close out the trade early. I would have hit full TP. I actually had my TP up there, but I was looking at the time, and we were gonna close out this trade early. So, I mean, that was it for pretty much today in terms of this trading. I mean, today was a pretty good trade. I mean, I saw that we pretty much broke off here. I pretty much saw that this was pretty much the target for the day there, and I knew that this was going to be pretty much easy trade here because actually I think I might need to scale up even more. Is this 4 hour? Were we inversing? Yeah, we were inversing this 4 hour fair value gap here. So I saw that. I was like, okay, this is just an easy inverse. And then we could maybe inverse this 4 hour candle and also continue to break up. So that's just high time frame scalping. Well, not scalping, but just looking, okay, we're in an uptrend. We did it here. It's I wouldn't say it's necessarily pattern trading, but if you're this is a ES index here, we're constantly moving upwards. I mean, yeah, we might have a little dip in the market here, but every once in a while it's good to come look on like 1 hour, 4 hours just to see, where are we at long term. So I mean that's just something to look at there. And then we're just inversing this right here. TP could be up here. You saw we would have hit this easy, but I had to leave. So yeah, I mean that sucks. So yeah, that's just pretty much it in terms of there. And then I just have some notes that I would like to leave around to be able to help you with mindset, business, and money here. So it's a little 100-word essay that I kind of wrote here. So it says your mindset is the foundation of every financial outcome in your life. Before strategies, before capital, before opportunity, your beliefs about money shapes your decisions. Successful entrepreneurs don't just work hard, they think differently. They see problems as a product, obstacles and pivots and failures as data. Businesses is simply the vehicle that which converts value into income, and money is the scarcity of that exchange. But wealth without the right mindset is temporarily. Build the discipline to invest in skills and patience to play the long game, and the courage to bet on yourself. The money will follow the mind. That I thought that was really really good. That really made me think. I feel like that was pretty good. So yeah, I really do love the last part. It says the money will follow the mind. So just to a little rant off of that, you have to have the desire to want more each and every single day. Obviously, be grateful for what you have. I'm not saying just be an ungrateful, just ungrateful, but always have the long-term envision, like I said, make money while you're sleeping. Obviously, I feel like that's an end goal for a lot of us, because I feel like that's how obviously most people, get rich. But you know, if you need to be dedicated to one skill and learn about that. Obviously, when you get bigger in terms of, scaling, you can learn, you can, diversify. But in the short term, as starting, because I feel like the most people that watch my channel are just starting, you need to focus on one skill. Value your time a little bit more. People that don't have money, they don't value their time. You constantly need to be working. Everything gets more expensive. Inflation's eating away at your money. The school system is ass. So, you know, be be constantly learning. Be constantly learning. Be aware of what's around you. I know it sounds like simple stuff, but I feel like a lot of people overlook. Ask questions. Why is this? Why is that? Ask more questions. I want people to say, "Wow, you ask a lot of questions." Yeah, cuz question everything that you feel is needed. But, you know, you need to be constantly aware of what's going on. So I think that's going to be it for today's trade recap here. So, yeah, that's going to be it for today's trade recap, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Take care, y'all.